Alrighty, I have 3 work from home jobs that will train you, and one of these jobs will give you equipment. I'm really anxious to get into these, so I'm going to jump right into them. So the first one I have comes to us from Ride Health. So Ride Health partners with healthcare organizations, and they schedule transportation services to medical appointments for patients. Now, I've never heard of this company. They're new to this channel. They're a small company. They're based out of New York, and they only have 14 reviews from current and former employees. And as we can see right here, they gave this company an overall rating of 2.9 out of 5 stars. So that's like middle of the road as far as reviews are concerned. I read through some of the reviews, and it just looks to be like your standard kind of complaints. There's not a whole lot of room for growth. It's a small company going through growing pains. And I did notice this review from a former employee. They tell us no formal training in any other departments other than the Ride Success agents. And that's the job we're talking about today. So yes, it looks like they will train you in this position. Ride Health is looking for a contact center Ride Success agent to work fully remote anywhere within the United States. And as we scroll down this job lead, we see they're going to pay $16 to $18 per hour, plus give you a pretty decent suite of benefits. And there are 3 different shifts from which you can work. So you might work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday from 12:15 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Or you might work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8:15 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And you don't have to live in the Eastern Time zone, just translate your local hours to those hours. And they tell us all shifts are subject to change based on business needs. And I do want to mention this, you might have to work weekends and evening hours depending on your shift. So you'll be working in a 24/7 contact center environment, handling inbound and outbound calls from passengers, transportation providers, and clients. You'll schedule transportation needs for passengers and clients and assist the transportation provider with any kind of calls. You do some outbound calls to passengers, client contacts, and attending facilities, and use the company's proprietary platform, third-party transportation software like Uber and Lyft, and business technology like Five9, Salesforce, and Zendesk to successfully complete trip requests. And don't worry, I'm nearly 100% certain they're going to train you on the proprietary platform. So they're looking for someone who has a high school diploma or equivalent. You're a really good communicator, you're empathetic, and you're understanding. You're committed to efficiently seeing tasks through to completion. You take pride in your work to match the company's vision. And you have an understanding of basic computer troubleshooting. You need a broadband internet access with at least 100 megabits download and 20 megabits upload speed. And you're able to connect via Ethernet cable. And you have a private, dedicated, quiet workspace free from distractions. They prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you're familiar with business tools such as MacBook, Google Apps, and software-based telephone systems, and they would like it if you have contact center or tech support experience, and that's just encouraged. That's not required either. You have customer service experience dealing with customer issue management, and think of it like this. If you ever worked with the public in any capacity, that's customer service. If you ever diffused any situations, that's customer issue management. You're able to follow standard operating procedures to complete tasks. You're also able to recognize trends and report to upper management, and you can actively engage and collaborate in the work of a remote team. So they're not requiring related work experience in this job. It would be a plus if you have some customer service experience, but that's not required. So they're going to pay you $16 to $18 per hour. If you like this job, you can find the direct link in the description area. Just look for job number 1. So that brings us to our second no experience needed work from home job, and this one comes to us from Webstaurant Store. They have an opening for a digital content coordinator to work in the filtering focus division. So this is a fully remote position almost anywhere within the United States. As we scroll down here, we see they're hiring in, I believe it's about 38 states within the United States. So hopefully you live in one of these states. I'm going to leave this up on your screen for another second or two. So they're going to pay $50,000 to $53,000 per year, which is $24 to $25.48 per hour. That's an amazing salary, especially because they're not requiring any related work experience. So in this job, you'll be working in digital marketing. You'll assign filters to new items to ensure a premium shopping experience for customers. So you're going to make sure all filters are applied correctly to all digital marketing material. You use strong research skills to navigate vendor-provided and internal resources to locate key product information and communicate effectively with procurement, content, and vendors to identify key terms and qualities of items to develop filters and specific table details. You'll gather data using research and reporting tools to make suggestions to improve site features and navigation, and take ownership of assigned products to not only ensure they display accurate information, but also consider how the product fits into the categories, conducting category audits if adjustments are needed. You receive feedback from reviewers as they review each of your filtered items, and work on large-scale projects to make regular updates to product information and specifications. And you do all that while meeting quantity and quality key performance indicators related to items filtered and projects completed. So you don't need any prior experience. However, it is a plus if you have relevant experience, and you don't need a degree. However, they do want you to have exceptional critical thinking and problem-solving skills. You can accurately analyze large amounts of data, you have attention to detail, you can work independently, and you have strong time management and organizational skills. You're flexible and willing to adapt to a dynamic environment, you're a really good communicator, and you're comfortable using Microsoft Office Suite. And they list some remote work qualifications. Basically, you just need a really good internet speed, a pretty decent computer. Fiber internet connection is preferred. You have access to a home router and modem. You also have a dedicated home office space that is noise and distraction free. And they want you to have a valid physical address because they will be shipping computer equipment to you. So this job doesn't require any related work experience, and they're going to pay you $24 to $25.48 per hour. If you like this one, check it out. You can find the direct link in the description area. This is job number 2. So we just went over 2 really good work from home jobs that don't require related work experience. I have another opportunity I'm going to share. I'll get into that in just a minute. First, I want to mention this. Now's as good a time as any to learn new skills and stand out from the crowd. So I've compiled a list of really good free training resources for you. If you want to learn how to use Microsoft or Google products, you want to learn how to use WordPress, you can check out my list. If you want to learn medical terminology, medical credentialing, some of the more commonly used communication tools, I have skills training resources for those as well. If you want to learn how to code or do accounting, you can find those resources on my list as well. I'm going to put the link to this list in the description area, and I encourage all of you to check it out. Now's as good a time as any to learn something new, stand out from the crowd, and move on to bigger and better opportunities in your future. Now on to our third and final work from home job, and this one comes to us from Voya Financial. They have an opening for a customer contact center representative to work full-time remotely anywhere within the United States, and I'm pretty sure this job starts June 24th, 2025. I have no idea what FS stands for, but I'm thinking this job will start June 24th. And as far as salary, way down here, they tell us they're going to pay $41,600 per year. That's $20 per hour, plus they offer a pretty decent suite of benefits. And they are going to train you in this job. It'll be paid training, and it'll last for up to 8 weeks. So this is your typical contact center customer service position. You'll take inbound calls, and you'll be responsible for building relationships, educating customers on the retirement plans, and responding to customer inquiries on retirement products and plans. So in other words, you'll communicate effectively and confidently with all clients to make their financial lives better, assisting customers with plan design inquiries, balance transfers, overall account information, loan requests, and loan payments. You'll build a sense of trust and confidence to help serve their needs and help them reach their retirement goals. So you'll work in a metric-driven environment, striving for first call resolution to take true ownership of customer needs and issues, asking as many questions as you need to understand the customer's needs and priorities. You'll perform multiple tasks and navigate multiple systems simultaneously to service the customer's account or troubleshoot their questions and issues. And when you see an opportunity, you will not be shy on letting the company know how they can improve and streamline the business processes. So they're looking for someone who has a college degree and about 1 year of customer service experience, or in lieu of a college degree, 3 years customer service experience will suffice. And if you don't have a college degree, they do want you to have a high school diploma or a GED. It's a bonus you have experience in the financial service industry, and that's just a bonus. It's not required. You're able to engage with customers, build rapport, share and inform, and handle objections as they come up. You're comfortable using a computer. You're flexible and adaptable to learning new things. And they'd like you to be able to work any shift within Monday through Friday operating hours of 7:30 a.m. and 10 p.m. So it looks like there is some flexibility as far as when you're going to be working. And if you're bilingual, make sure to let them know because they'll give you a $3,000 pay differential. So they're going to pay you $41,600 per year, and it looks like you're going to start June 24th, 2025, and they're going to train you. If you like this one, you can find the direct link in the description area, job number 3. Alrighty, there you go. We just went over 3 really good work from home jobs, and a couple of them don't require any related work experience, and they're going to train you in these jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you, and if you're looking for some part-time work from home jobs, check out this video right here. And don't forget to come back to this channel frequently. I post work from home job lead videos almost every day of the week. Your job is out there. We're going to find it for you. Good luck to all of you who apply, and as always, thank you so much for visiting, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.